My next slide now is about IT. So I spoke a lot about innovation. I spoke about the how of innovation, the what of innovation. So how does IT come into play in all of this? It's very simple. IT is the enabler of innovation. And it's key because without IT, there's no way you'll be able to differentiate. There's no way you'll be able to reach out to your customers in a better fashion. There's no way you can get your employees more productive. There's no way for you to do more analysis around your company and what you're selling and what you're doing and what you need to enhance and how do you need to tweak your products and your services. So IT is at the forefront of innovation. And just like what Michael Dell says, he's the CEO of Dell, obviously, he always uses that in all of his webcasts with his teams globally. He says entrepreneurship is the engine and technology is the fuel. I think that's very powerful. Technology is at the forefront of, entrepreneurship. So you need to embrace it and you need to make sure it's part of your businesses. I'm not going to talk through all of this here. Sorry about the voice. What I want to do is I want to pick and choose some of these and tell you how important they are for any business. Before I do that, let me introduce what this is about. This is a survey that was done by Gartner in 2014, so at the beginning of the year, around the top 10 SMB business issues, their IT priorities, and the challenges they currently have in their organizations. So let's look at number one, which is attracting and retaining new customers. So we have to all agree that social media is a top priority when we want to attract and retain new customers. I don't have to sell you social media, it's out there. Anyone, including myself, whenever I'm booking a trip anywhere in Europe or the US, I go online, I check reviews, I post feedback around specific products, services that I got exposure to. When I'm buying a specific product, it goes similarly. I go into Facebook, I might publish a few things, I might tag, I might like companies here and there. So social media is very important. And I think all of you need to consider it if you haven't done so already. In terms of budget constraints, yes, it doesn't have to be a full-fledged social media strategy that you have, but you can start off with, a Facebook page. You can start off with very little things here and there that could help you enhance your product and improve, or set your image in the market. Another one that I want to speak about is cloud. So Mr. Rao from Etisalat spoke a lot about cloud. The reason why I want to mention it, and I'm not going to talk about the technology side of it, I think cloud is very important for SMEs for one reason. You actually increase your IT infrastructure, whether it's hardware, software, services, whatever you require. You do not need to purchase all these and have them on site. You can just go to the cloud and get all of this on demand. So the more that you expand, the more services you require, the more you pay. That's a very good equation, and that's again, that goes in line with the variable fixed costs I was talking about. So you make your costs variable, you lower the risks on yourselves and on your companies. The final point I want to pick on here is big data. Now, big data is very important. Big data might not be something you look into at the moment, but it's something you probably would need to consider at some point in the future. The reason is you need to do analysis around your customers and what they're buying and what's successful and what's not working. And that's what big data does for you. Having said that, that's a purely marketing slide. I'm not selling anything here, but the rule of thumb in marketing is you have to show this at least twice for it to stick in customers' brains. So we have a bundle that we've worked on ourselves, Dell and Aptech together, that would help serve all SMEs. It consists of a server, laptop, and tablet. And you can look into the details of it when you go outside. So we have, a booth outside. You can go and speak to the people sitting out there and discuss a bit more about it. My final thoughts for any of you who didn't listen throughout this presentation, this is your chance to make up for the 30 minutes sitting and not listening to me. First thing is, listen to the customer and offer a unique value proposition. That's important. I think I covered it enough throughout my presentation. 2 is embrace technology and make sure your investment delivers immediately, but also long term. And finally, what I want you to think about more importantly is adopt the 3 Ps theory. And it's about having a passion for what you do, addressing a problem that needs to be solved, and then having a purpose that drives you forward. I think if you're equipped with all of this, you're well set, to go into the market and be a successful SME. Thank you all for listening through. Before I hand over to the next presenter, what I'd like to do is ask a few questions. It's going to be 3 questions because I have 3 giveaways. My first question is, who can summarize in 1 sentence what the blue ocean strategy is? Please?
It's to have a business where there's not much competition. You are innovating in that area.
Great, thank you. That's your... Sorry. It's a clicker, actually. And the others are pens, nice pens. Okay, my next question is, can anyone tell me 2 of the 6 parameters for growing an SME company? Yeah, please.
Strategic plan.
Yeah?
Plan.
Yeah? Great. The final question is, can anyone tell me what the 3 Ps are?